Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Straight Betting. Today's going to be a little bit of an interesting one. Usually with the playoffs, we're just kind of like going over, like at these streams, we're kind of just going over like stuff we already talked about a million times. But today's kind of got a regular season feel with the Celtics doing some weird resting shit, I guess, or Tatum rushing himself back once again from injury. So I don't know what's going on, but we do have a special guest here. We got Bubs. Bubs Bets. How are we doing, Bubs?
Pretty good, man. It's Friday, so can't complain.
Yeah. Very, very true. Never can complain about a Friday.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess should we just start on Magic Celtics? Or
yeah, that's cool.
Here, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't really know what to say about Magic Celtics. At least on the Celtics side of things. And even the Magic side of things gets a little bit weird. I don't know if I'm just like overthinking stuff with like trying to playoff brain shit, but I kind of think that like no Holiday, no, maybe no Brown, maybe no Tatum. I don't know what's going on. I kind of think that like if those guys don't play, my initial thought was like, okay, I bet maybe they have to help a little bit more on Paulo because he has Pritchard on him a ton, Hauser maybe on him a little bit. More overhelping than they'd like to do, in the playoffs where they're just like switching everything, limiting assists, forcing high usage guys into a ton of shots. But yeah, I don't know. What's your thought process on, what are you looking at? So I don't know how to phrase this because I'm almost positive that some of these guys are going to sit, but what are you thinking here if we get the Celtics healthy or if we get the Celtics not healthy for Magic stuff?
So I think Braun's going to sit. Tatum will be in. I think Holiday will sit. Obviously, that's 50-50. I think as long as one of the Jays play, they're going to just keep guarding Paulo and Franz how it is. I mean, they're fine with them just settling for jumpers. Now, if, like you said, if for some reason, if one of those wings get ruled out, they might help a little bit more. But I think Missoula is kind of he just knows he's the better team and they could get away with what they have.
Yeah, they are the better team. And that's why I think we might get the first ever player resting during a playoff game with Jaylen Brown, which is actually just insane.
Yeah, I didn't expect it. I was kind of hoping to maybe hop on Porzingis early. And then as I was just like caught up at work, the news that he popped up questionable for Jaylen Brown did, and his line was gone already. So I kind of just resorted to Magic players.
Yeah. Do you have any Magic plays for this one?
So what I've just been doing lately is, in my opinion, I'm sure maybe some disagree with playoffs. There's so much more variance. So I just like in just system games, like always game ones, I kind of go very light just to see how the schemes are. And then obviously in the more important games, I just take the stars. So like Paulo, they're down 2-0, they're back at home. I have him. Like Giannis, obviously. And then I split it up with Jokic tomorrow too. So I've just been really just like putting stuff together, risking less, but getting some round robin hedge in there as well. And then more so in like the later rounds, I'll target the straights. So my one play would be Paulo.
Yeah. Did you play points or how'd you run Paulo?
I just played his points.
Okay. I like that a ton. Look, I was staring at PRA. He's been crushing this line. And now it's like a winner go home. Or it's like series is over, let's be real. It's been over since like the tip. It's been over since the Celtics. Yeah, since the Celtics were named 2 seed. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this should be a really competitive game, genuinely. Like Magic are gonna play their asses off. Paulo's probably gonna be flirting with like 42, 44 minutes or so. Wouldn't be surprised there. He's been really good, man. Boston does not give a shit. What's up?
He's taking like 25 shots a game.
Yeah. And Boston just doesn't give a shit about Paulo and Franz. They're like, okay, guys, yeah, you guys want to take your pull-up middies? Here you go, buddy. Here's 25 shots.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I will say Paulo did have 15 potential assists last game, which is surprising against a Boston team that is so switch heavy and so single coverage heavy. But yeah, I mean, it didn't affect his points at all, right? So still got 35 or 32 points and 25 shots up. So yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm just kind of thinking PRA for Paulo. But yeah, I guess I don't really have anything set in stone. I think we'll be able to see it a little bit more clearly as soon as we get clarity with who Boston is playing and who they are not. And yeah, I actually agree with you, Bubs, too. Like no one else like really stands out to me on this Magic team, or is even like interesting to me besides Paul in front, just because we know what Boston is going to be doing, and yeah, it's tough to get a role player or something. Is there any unders on the Magic, guys? You looked at?
Dude, I wish I played unders. I definitely want to do it next year. Honestly, I would take any of their unders besides maybe Caldwell Pope.
Yeah.
The only reason why I say Caldwell Pope is because his minutes seem to be the most consistent, and his line is so low. You hit like 2 or 3 shots and you cash.
It's like, yeah, Contavious Caldwell Pope, you're under 7.5 points, even though he's going to play 36 minutes.
Exactly. Like, it's gross to bet on the over, but I would never touch his under because he's playing 35 minutes, and he's one of the few perimeter defenders that they have.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure, yeah. Let's see, we got Apollo RA. Yeah, Jonathan, I mean, I like Paulo assists too. I like it more if like Drew and Jalen, if 2 out of the 3 are out, I'd like it a little bit more just because makes their Boston's defense a little more spotty and maybe need to throw a double here and there if they get Pritchard playing 35 minutes. And obviously Pritchard can't guard him one-on-one, so they'll definitely have to throw help there. Yeah, no, I don't mind it. I think that's a good point too. Role players 100% play better at home in the playoffs. So yeah, it's like coming off 2 road games where they didn't shoot the ball great off of his dimes, should be making him at a little higher rate. So yeah, Anthony Black stuff. I think, look, man, I see someone commented Anthony Black over, Corey Joseph under. I'm like very online with y'all, Jonathan and Spade. I just don't. Corey Joseph like makes 0 sense, bro. Like I think that his unders are a great look. It's like, bro, what is your ceiling of winning against a good team with Corey Joseph out there? You don't have one. So I don't know, man. Bubs, what do you think about Corey Joseph and Black and how the minutes shake out there?
Obviously, if I was the coach, Corey Joseph probably wouldn't touch the floor at all, and I would probably lean more towards Anthony Black and even Gary Harris. Yep. I think Caleb Houston could probably be utilized a little bit more because of his size, but definitely not a Corey Joseph fan at all.
That's crazy. Starting playoff team is starting Corey Joseph, who I don't even think in his prime was like a starter caliber. He was like, was he even like a rotation caliber player like in his prime?
I don't even think so. And it'd be different if he was like this floor setter, like how Chris Paul is at the age in his career, where he can kind of just run the offense and get his guys in certain spots. But he doesn't even have a respectable enough like scoring threat to where people even have to guard him, and you can't set the table if you're not a scoring threat. So I don't get the point of him being out there.
Corey Joseph's a Dollar Tree Mike Conley, and Mike Conley's at the point of his career where he's not really playable every night. Right,
but at least Mike can give you like maybe like 3 or 4 threes a night here and there.
Oh yeah, Mike's gonna shoot it efficiently for sure. Yeah, Mike's a good player. He just small sometimes, and he's old as hell. But
old.
Yeah. So do we have any news here? Got the dogs are in here. Let's see. Quick, actually, I have like my camera like all set up. I want to like show you guys the dogs. They're just like in the corner of like my like 5-foot long closet right now.
There's still game time decisions.
Still game times? Yeah. Damn, dude. This is just like a dog stream, I guess. What? Oh, I think they hear it.
Do you hear mine upstairs?
Yeah. I think, and these dogs hear them too. Drew Holiday has a great hit rate with over 1.5 threes. Honestly, guys, if Drew plays, I'm probably fading. I don't mess with hamstrings. I just really don't. I faded Porter Jr. last game I'm actually super mad at myself for not fading Pods when all reports were like, this dude can't even like move because he's so sick, and I can't believe I didn't fade him there. But these guys who try to like force through like a playoff game, and I will say they probably wouldn't force Drew here, clearly. But yeah, I wouldn't mess around with that hand, me personally. Okay. Bub, is there anything else you want to hit on here? I guess we'll circle back to it once we get the Celtics injury news for sure. But
yeah, that's cool.
Okay, sweet. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's knee is like, I don't know, man. I wonder if like the Celtics are backtracking with like, dude, they're probably like, why the hell do we play him 42 minutes? This dude has like the knees of Kawhi. I don't know, man. Jaylen Brown stuff scares me. I will say 100%, dude. His rebounds were also air yesterday, or last game. And yeah, no, you're definitely right with Jaylen, but I don't know, man. His knees scaring me, and I just would you be surprised, Bubs, if like for Jaylen Brown played 28 minutes or something?
Well, because that's the thing. Like if the Celtics go up big, he'll be the first one that gets pulled.
Oh yeah. Not even like Tatum. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like they'll let Tatum like still run around in his stat pad, but like Jaylen just doesn't give a shit. Like if they go up big, they have, like I said, they have enough guys to where he's not needed. He can just get the rest.
Yep. And Tatum like doesn't need rest. It's like his injury is like a wrist, right? So it's like, I mean, that's not like a lower body injury or something. So
yeah.
We have Apollo over 4.5 assists. Yeah, like I said, I talked about that. I lean over. I'd like to include points in there. I know Bubs is on points, so I'd rather just do a combo line personally for Apollo, and then Franz for sure. Yeah, I mean, we know how they're going to defend Franz. It's like, okay, Franz. They honestly kind of like defend him like Russell Westbrook sometimes. Like,
dude, I took him last game. He ended up cashing 25 for me, but I had him paired with Jalen Green, and I had 25 for Franz, 20 for Jalen Green, and then 30 for Franz, and 25 for Jalen Green. It was almost like plus 3,000. And Franz had 21 with like 7 minutes left in the third quarter and got his 25th point with like 40 seconds left.
Yeah, he's Franz. I don't know, man. Franz was like so good at the start of the year. He just like kind of looks like he doesn't have confidence unless it's like a layup attempt, you know?
He's developed a hitch in his jumper, and I've never seen it happen mid-season before.
It's like the Mikal Bridges preseason arc.
Right. I don't know if it was from that shoulder injury or whatever he had, or hip, and it just kind of messed with him, but he's kind of got like the yips.
Yeah. I think that's what Mikal had too. I don't know if you've noticed this with Mikal, but and we're definitely getting off topic a little bit, but Mikal only shoots movement jumpers. Like even if he's like even if it's a spot up look, he always like intentionally makes it into a movement jumper. And I think it is the yips personally, because I played baseball, and I played baseball my whole life, and I got the yips when I was really young. And like to this day, I can't throw I can't make a short throw where you throw it hard because it's just like mental blocks. So It's like I actually understand like how the yips work and stuff. And I think Mikal has them. And I think that might be why he never goes to the rack looking to get fouled, because he can't do a movement free throw.
Mm-hmm. The same thing with like Markelle Fultz.
Mm-hmm. Ben Simmons, he's got just like a complete.
That's more than a mental block.
Yeah, he's got a complete mental block with like contact for free throws, which is it's kind of sad. Do you remember like Andres Biedrins back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the same thing as Simmons, where like he like forgot how to shoot, or he got scared of free throws because he was so ass at them, and like he was good, and then he wasn't in the league anymore because he was scared to get fouled.
Yeah, it's people don't realize like mental is like 90% of sports in general, especially when it comes to shooting.
Mm-hmm.
If you have no confidence, like you're toast. They'll sniff you out.
Yeah, and then it gets magnified when you're being left wide open too.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of what happened to Giddey last year. You could just tell Giddey had absolutely zero confidence the entire year. Okay. What do you think about parlaying a play with Giannis under 0.5 threes? I like it. Yeah, let's move on to the Bucks. What's up, Millie? How we doing? His field goal percentage is higher at home. Yeah, I could see that for sure. And if Hauser or Pritchard start. Yeah. Franz 30. Look, if Franz hits some jumpers, he could walk into 30. So I don't hate it, to be honest. I think it might be just smarter to like bet like 3 threes though, maybe, or to compare the prices. But yeah. Okay, well, we're going. Okay, I have a take on this game, Bubs. The spread is insanely fishy because the Pacers are by far the better team. It's Bucks 5.5, but we know how the playoffs go, right? The Bucks are a respected team. They have an MVP on their team. They have Dame, who's very respected. Look, these guys are going to get every whistle. I was actually like on Underdog today. I was on Underdog today, and I was like going to bet on. I was looking for something to pair with Dame over 5.5 free throws made. I promise you, Dame and Giannis are going to get every call this game. Like, that's just how it goes. Like, you're down 0-2. Okay, now you're back at home. Your team has people who garner respect. They're getting every whistle this game. So I don't know. That's like, I don't really have any crazy reads on this game, but like I do think that that's like a legit angle. I don't know, man. What do you think about this game?
Oh, real quick, Tatum and Brown are both playing, but Holiday's out.
Oh shit, buddy. My Magic shit is fucked. Dude, I have guys, I played Magic plus 3.5 and Magic money line. Oh, and here comes the Discord noties. They're fucking like gonna like bitch me out. Oh my goodness.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, Jason Tatum shoots like 35% every playoff game anyways. Now he's got a bum wrist, dude. Tatum over under 25% from the field. Okay.
I did not expect both of them to be in.
Yeah, I didn't either. Jaylen Brown.
It's good for my follow play, but
yeah. No, it definitely is for sure. Man, yeah, what the hell? Okay, whatever, screw it.
What were you saying about the free throws?
Yeah, I just think that the Bucks are going to get a very generous whistle here. So if I don't like Dame because I bet on his RA last game. You know when you bet on someone, you kind of zone in on like how they're being defended.
Mm-hmm.
Dame gets picked up at full court by McConnell and Nembhard, so a lot of times like it's just hard for him to like even touch the ball, right? And then when he gets a pick and roll, he's getting blitzed like crazy. So I don't know. I wish that I had Dame Lillard free throws on a book, but they don't. Yeah, what are you thinking about Bucks Pacers? I think that it's obviously a great spot for stars to go absolutely try hard, like Giannis. I mean, Giannis might just be. What do you think about Giannis? I guess
I was gonna say I took Giannis strictly because of his presser, and I also think, and obviously this is a conversation for like a later period, but I think if the Bucks lose this series, which obviously they are, but especially if they get swept, I think Giannis is gone.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to stay in Milwaukee. So I think he's just going to just leave it all out there. And he just seemed to be very pissed off. And obviously, I think it's going to be just like jail ball for him.
Yeah. Agreed. And like I said, I'm sticking with my cap on it that he's getting every whistle. League doesn't want the Bucks to go down 3-0. Definitely don't. It's in Milwaukee. So yeah, I love Giannis stuff here, man. I might even play like Giannis 30 plus and find a leg. I feel like Giannis 30 plus is a pretty good look. I mean, Pacers are surely going to load up on Giannis. This is really gross, dude. I kind of like Torian Prince stuff though. I get that the minutes have been shaky, but like it just like that starting lineup has been so ass with like the Brook Lopez minutes, and I probably want to wait for the starting lineups on this one. But I don't know, man. Torian Prince, he's gonna get those spot up looks with Dame getting blitzed with Giannis. Pacers are gonna have to sell out for Giannis from time to time, and obviously a lot of times there's gonna be nothing they can do about it because it's Giannis, and might be getting some ticky tacky fouls. I like Prince. I like Trent. I like the people who can shoot here. That's my thoughts on Bucks. I don't know who I like the most. I don't like Kevin Porter. I think he's a poor spot up guy. I don't like him in a spot up role. I don't hate Brook Lopez ults. I mean, what if like his minutes just go good? Not saying I expect that to happen, but if his minutes go good, would you be surprised to see him play like 28, 30?
No, I mean, I think it just really he's one of those guys this series since they just pick on him every defensive possession.
Yep.
He's got to hit his shots. Like if he misses like his first 2 to 3 open looks, they're just going to go small ball. I'd rather have Prince and Lopez out there than Kuzma, but
me too. Kuzma doesn't offer anything. He can't shoot anymore. Like you need catch and shoot guys around Dame and Giannis, and like Kuzma can't defend either. So it's like I don't really get the point of Kuzma out there. Like I said, people like to shit on Prince. I think it's because of like Darvin Ham or something. I don't. Yeah, I think he's like a pretty good shooter, man. So yeah, I mean 6 points for Torian at plus money. Like
right, he's the perfect guy you want to surround Giannis in Dame with because he can defend and shoot. Kuzma makes no sense.
Yeah. Agreed. Kuzma. I don't like Kuzma, but yeah, those are the two guys. Do you have any feel on Pacers stuff? I just think they're gonna get hosed here. I kind of think that like just going off of game theory that some unders could be interesting. And I was really looking into Hallie under 10.5 assists. I just think that it's Doc Rivers, but the common sense thing is make Halliburton beat you with his scoring. Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know how sticky home road stuff is, but like we always talk about the role players shooting worse on the road. Halliburton's assists were way lower on the road than at home, which makes sense. 8.5, 10.1 at home. So that's just like a lean I have. Halliburton under 10.5 assists.
Yeah, and the line is so high. There's more ins than outs, especially with assists.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool.
Miles Turner, maybe I would lean under. I could see him getting into foul trouble.
Yeah, that's very correlated with with like the Giannis thing. Yeah, for sure. I actually really like Turner under. Would you just go PRA then if that's a cap?
Yeah, especially like if they're gonna play Bobby more too, and it really just depends. If you have him sticking on Giannis, you risk foul trouble, or if you put him on one of the stretch bigs, obviously he's not going to be in rebounding position.
Yep. He's a terrible rebounder anyways. I bet on him, his over PRA against Jokic in the regular season. He hit because Jokic is such a terrible defender. But I think he literally had 1 rebound. And like I totally get Jokic is like a tough rebounding matchup, but like it was like kind of like a minutes play. And he played like 35 minutes and had 1 rebound. It was like, holy shit, Miles. Like this is kind of crazy.
It's gross.
Very gross.
Like Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, he is very like very Jaren Jackson-esque. Okay, do you have any more thoughts on this game, or should let's quick break down Lakers, Wolves, and then go back to Celtics for a quick second? Cool. All right, I have an official play in this one. I wonder if the line's still there. Not, I guess it is at 365. I played DDV, DiVincenzo, over 15.5 PRA. Look, I love buying low and selling high in the playoffs, and Dante got into insane foul trouble in this game, and he really, quite frankly, hasn't played good. But the way that they're defending Ant, Dante is the adjustment. First of all, he's one of our best players to begin with, so he should be playing close to 30 minutes in the playoffs. Mike Conley is really starting to prove is like unplayable. And just like the way Dante one pass away from Ant when they're loading up on him like this, just it's the common sense adjustment. I think he's beyond due. I think the market is way off on his minutes. And I know it hasn't shown itself yet with only 25 and then 16, but I do have him around that 28-minute range. And maybe I'm overstating a little bit, but as a Wolves fan, this makes the most sense for an adjustment. And I mean, this is like Dante. And obviously regular season hit rates are just completely different, but I mean, come on, like 85% hit rate with 23 to 30 minutes. So yeah, I'm in on Dante. Love buying low on him. Think he's a good playoff player. And he just makes sense as like because, we always talk about like defensive scheme adjustments, but like, I don't know, the offensive adjustment of having Dante out there to counteract how they're defending Ant just feels very common sense. So yeah, rolling with Dante here. What's your thoughts on Dante, Bubs?
I love it. He was like one of the first guys I looked at too. He's like the first guy I thought of after last game, obviously, because he was in foul trouble and didn't play a lot. But one, Ant seems, I wouldn't say hurt, but something like his shoulder. Like, I don't know if you were watching the game. He kept like messing with it. I don't know if he got hit on a screen or what. And obviously he didn't start forcing until like late game when he had to. But they definitely need shooting. Like Nas and McDaniels had their game one. And other than that, it's either Alexander Walker or Dante. But I like Dante because he can get hot quick.
Yep. And Dante's just, I think, in a better buy low spot too.
Right.
So, yeah, treating it like a market here. Other Wolves stuff I like. I do think that the Lakers continue to be completely fine with Randall playing one-on-one bully ball. Randall's a good player, but there's just something teams are cool with living with, and also could maybe get some spot up looks with the way that they defend Ant. Like in game one, the Lakers were like doubling Randall on like post touches and stuff. Even though they have like beefy guys to like kind of wall him up and force him into tougher shots, which I think that was just like a terrible decision. So he had 16 points only, but he really got up a lot of spot up threes because of the way that they defended. And so I think you can maybe get a little bit of best of both worlds with that with Julius. And I think Julius's minutes are incredibly safe because he is playing incredible defense on LeBron and Rudy. Obviously, I'm a Rudy Gobert apologist. Because I think that Luka isoing the entire game is pretty bad offense for the Lakers. I think that when Luka's playmaking, that's when he's scary.
Mm-hmm.
But Rudy, let's be real. If he's just defending in isolation every game or every possession, that's not like playing to his strengths. Like he's at his strength when he can protect the rim, and he can't do that when he's playing in isolation, and then he's not bringing a ton on offense. So, I think that Julius is just incredibly safe with his minutes. I think that he's a solid look. Obviously, man, he was at 16.5 last game. I'm kind of pissed I didn't play that, but yeah. Bubs, do you have any other Wolves thoughts, or should we head over to the Lakers?
No, I was just going to say that very much the same thing that you said. The way they guarded him game one is the exact reason why I go light on game ones, because there's no reason for you to, when you have those defenders, to double Randall in the posts. Like you want him to force and play one-on-one. Mm-hmm. And then also defensively, like with Rudy, the only way that he's going to play is if they stop switching 1 through 5.
Yep.
Like if they keep switching 1 through 5, that like Luka smells blood. He's going to go after that every single time down the court. If there's no way to like scram switch or get him off of him, Rudy's minutes could go down too. So I think Randall's a safe bet. And if Nasri can stay out of foul trouble, if they do stay 1 through 5, he's obviously a more versatile defender on the perimeter.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Rudy, I don't know what's going to happen with Rudy. I think it just kind of depends on game flow and stuff. But yeah, the Lakers guys, they basically run a 5-man rotation. I guess Gabe Vincent's like 5.5. Jackson Hayes, he starts for them. This dude plays like 8 minutes. He's actually atrocious.
It'd be different if they had AD still, but like Jackson Hayes is going to play like 5 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, no, he's atrocious. So, Bubs, I played Jackson Hayes to get 5 and 5 last game for plus 800. It's like plus 1,500 now for him to get 5 and 5. I might run it back, dude, just because, like, who knows? He's a starting center. At the end of the day, he's a starting center next to Luka, right? I don't know, man.
Yeah, what if 10 points is like plus 1,800 or something I saw on 365?
Bro, he's ass.
5 dunks.
They could be using Big Mark right now, that's for sure.
Dude.
Yeah, but Lakers stuff is tough, man. I mean, I think Wolves are just going to continue to be fine, letting Luka do his thing. And I would do the same thing if I was the Wolves, to be honest. It's like Luka playmaking is what's scary. And maybe at some point, if he just like really gets into that mode, then you got to start putting 2 to him. But I mean, then you're letting LeBron and Reeves play 4-on-3. That's just not a good recipe for success. I think just living and dying with Luka in isolation is the way to go. So if anyone wants to play Luka overs, I wouldn't talk you off it, or just points and stuff. Reeves is pretty due. What do you think about AR?
I had someone, ask me earlier about Reeves. I think in terms of his shooting, he's definitely due to hit some like positive regression. But then also on the flip side, it goes back to how you guys are guarding. Like if you guys stay switching 1 through 5, he's not going to see as much usage as to where if you guys blitzed or scram switched out of it, because it's just going to be Luka every single time down the court. I think he still will get some good looks, and his line's really low, and he's obviously shot the ball pretty poorly from deep. But I think if you were going to buy on him, it'd be now, and maybe Minnesota stops switching.
Yeah,
because he's also a guy that could. I think he hunted Rudy a couple times last game too, and he's a pretty good isolation player. I would rather have. As a Wolves fan, I fear Reeves isoing Rudy more than I fear Luka, because Luka's just slow as hell, bro. Like Reeves is quick.
Yeah. And LeBron on Rudy, don't even get me started, bro. LeBron can't do anything on Rudy. LeBron just has to like magnet ball threes to like. I think that LeBron's under is a great look, by the way. 29.5 points and assists. I really like this. Unless he's like hitting like threes like crazy. I think that LeBron just like really can't beat Randall, Rudy off the dribble and like their recovery and stuff. I don't know, man. But if you also at the same time, if you wanted to be like, oh yeah, LeBron over 1.5 threes, I'd be like, yeah, I probably like that. So yeah, I don't think it's like a good assist series for him. And I guess that's, oh wow, he's at 5. When's the last time we've seen Bron at 5.5 assists?
Never.
Yeah, holy shit. So yeah, maybe just leave that out. Yeah, I like LeBron under, so I don't know. I just don't think his shot quality is there this series.
No, you guys are pretty good in transition too.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Bron to a T.
Yep. Okay, should we circle back to Celtics Magic?
Yeah.
So guys, bet the Magic money line. It's probably my best bet of the year. Have like negative 100% CLV on it. I actually can't believe I bet that shit. When I saw Jaylen Brown get downgraded, I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're just gonna like rest him here. Like this is just like a rest game for them. That's like what was going through my head. I was getting so excited. I'm like, dude, the Magic down 0-2, they're winning this shit outright.
Yeah,
I still kind of believe in the Magic though. I don't know. I kind of do.
Like you gotta at least give the fans one game. Just don't get swept from a pride standpoint. Mm-hmm. White, Brown, Tatum, Horford, Porzingis is the starting 5. Okay. Jason's line is way too low against the Magic, but is he going to shoot like absolute shit? Probably. I don't know. Like if you guys want to like place a bet and like it should win, but it's not going to, Jason Tatum over points. You're going to look back at it and be like, oh my gosh, he took 28 shots and didn't get 24 points. Yeah, if you want to say the read was there when you go to sleep tonight, take that.
I might do that. Magic money line and Tatum over points. It's gonna be Derek White just like with 8 threes.
Magnet ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Magic are going to stay home, though, on Tatum. I don't hate, like, Tatum, like, 6.5 assists feels crazy, not going to lie. I like some of these books. Like, it's not widely available, but, like, 6.5 with, like, a little juicer, I feel like that's, like, a great look.
Where's rebounds at?
You think the risk is going to affect rebounding? They're at 8.5.
I thought maybe it would have been, like, a line lower. But it just goes back to, like, his stat padding. Like, I love Tatum as I think he gets a lot of hate, especially from like the prop betting community, right? Because he's kind of like a frustrating guy because you can't really bet on him because he has his games where he's super inefficient and you can't bet on others because his usage is so high. I think he's a great player and like he just seems like a good dude. Yeah. But he cares about that stuff too. So like if they're up like a shit ton and he's not having the best game, he's gonna get his numbers up in some department. Like he's that guy.
I will say Jason Tatum is actually like he's so good at everything. Like his switchability is insane. His switchability is insane. His rebounding's really, really good for his size. I think that's like, I think the thing I'm most impressed is like because he can, what the hell is going on, bro? He's so good at guarding centers. And I get that it helps like having Kristaps roaming and stuff, but like he's just like really, really good on defense, really good at rebounding. Good. He's a winner. He's a winning player, even though he doesn't really have like the elite scoring gene that like he gets put in conversations with. That's the thing I think that gets Tatum slandered, and it's like fun to like poke at Tatum for that. But he truly is like really, really good at everything else.
I think that just comes down to like if he just tweaked his shot diet, like enough of this. If you're feeling it, fine, shoot as many step backs as you want. But when you're 6'10", strong as shit, and you have that type of handle, like you should be getting downhill every time, which I think that hurts the efficiency category and that scoring gene you were kind of talking about. But if he just like tweaked it a little bit, his numbers are already pretty insane. If he just had like a different mentality of just getting downhill, I think he'd have like a different perspective around him.
Yeah, I agree. No, it's also like Missoula too. Missoula is definitely like encouraging him to shoot like 12 threes a game. So I mean,
100%.
Yeah, I don't know. Tatum's a great player. I like to give him shit, but he's actually like just like ridiculously good at the stuff that casual fans don't care about. So, let's give Tatum his flowers. Anyway, Celtic stuff. So what Peyton Pritchard feel a tad low or what?
Yeah, because like I said, if the game gets out of hand, Holiday's already out. If the game gets out of hand, Brown's going to be the first one to go. And Pritchard's just like Missoula's junkyard dog where he can just play him for however many minutes. And Pritchard's never going to take a possession off. So
I think I might try to incorporate a Tatum under assist. Like, I really think that we know how the Magic play. I don't think Tatum's really going to get much help at all on a bum wrist. I really don't see the Magic. I mean, the Magic don't do it anyways, but it's like specifically because I think that Tatum's the chance of him burning you with efficient scoring, I think is really low here. So, I mean, that just means like let him shoot a ton. Let's not overhelp. Let's not give him potential assists. He only had 4 assists, 10 potentials in that first game, 40 minutes.
Who guarded him game one?
I think one of the Franz Paulo types. So
okay,
could be wrong, but yeah, my Discord's like bitching me out. I can my spidey senses are tingling whenever I hear that notification.
Oh, that's every day, man.
What are your thoughts on KP? He's like the one dude who feels like pretty normal. Magic are definitely 16.5 sets we're getting. Man. No offer on rebounds. What is going on? Yeah, what's your thoughts on KP? I bet on him last game and he hit despite like shooting like the ball terribly.
I don't think people realize how much of a foul baiter he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he's gonna get to the free throw line, and Wendell Carter's kind of a hack.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you mix that in with they're going to play him single coverage in the high post, and he's either going to get a look or he's going to do his little swing the arms thing. That line's way too low. I wish I would have saw that earlier.
Yeah, 16.5 feels crazy. Yeah, okay, I guess, yeah. Do you have any final thoughts on Brown? Like, what are your thoughts? Jaylen Brown's at 3.5 first quarter points. That's crazy. Yeah, no. What are your thoughts on Brown? Is he just like kind of a stay away for you?
Yeah. I think now with the current situation, because like I said, when I watched him last game, I didn't look like his knee was bothering him at all. He was moving like really good. But if he's questionable and it's still bothering him and Tatum's back, he can kind of just coast.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I fear his minutes, basically what you said. I just fear his minutes, man. Like him being listed questionable, that's just like such a clear indicator that that Boston is worried about his health. You know, it's like if we have a chance to rest him, we're resting him. So, but I do think, like I said, I truly do think that the Magic like compete here. Like I don't see the Magic getting blown out at the crib down 2-0 with Tatum on a bum wrist, probably forcing up shots and stuff. These dogs are going crazy, bro. Yeah, I really like this. 20 plus. Yeah, 20 plus under 6.5. Oh, that's a great idea. That's an amazing idea. I think I'm actually probably going to officially play that.
I did that.
I got to chill out. My gosh. Okay.
That was probably the last time I took an under. I think it was Knicks Pacers last year. I think I did a correlated Brunson points ladder with his under assist every game. because they kept setting his assist line at like 7.5, 8.5, and obviously last year they were more single covers than they were now. And like he was getting like 5-6 potential and was taking like 25 shots. So I think that's a great look.
Yeah, Protham, I love that. I seriously think I'm probably going to play that official. That's like an amazing look, in my opinion. Tatum rebounds, yeah. What wrist is it? Is it a shooting wrist, I'm assuming?
No, I think it's his left.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think I read, because I know he had a right wrist injury in the past that he was supposed to get surgery on, and I think he just rehabbed it. And then people, like fans, were wondering what wrist he hurt last game, and they were saying it was his left.
Okay. Hard fall on his wrist. What does it say? What wrist did Jason Tatum hurt? I'm going to just like confirm that. My gosh, bro. Hey. Oh, these dogs, dude. Hey, no, get the hell out. Go. These dudes are crazy. What wrist did Jason Tatum hurt? It says right wrist. Damn. Okay.
Oh, it is a shooting wrist?
Yeah, that's not great.
So if they don't listen to me.
Tatum over field goal attempts. That's just like the play, man. I don't think they have it though. But yeah, I actually do like this. 20. I feel like he's gonna shoot too much for him not to get 20. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Kind of
especially after game one.
Yeah.
If he had a good game one, I'd be iffy, but
yeah. Okay, yeah. I guess I just don't know exactly what I'm gonna play. Okay, Bubs. Is there anything you want to say before we head out of here? Is there any final thoughts you have on Boston stuff?
Not really, man. Like I said, or like you said, I think the Magic keep it competitive. At least, obviously, I hope for my own personal bets, but also just like when playoff basketball and there's these blowouts, like the first two games in Memphis OKC, it's just so unbearable to watch. So, but I think this game will give you kind of like an indicator on how to bet the rest of the series. Like if Boston gives this game up, I think Brown and Tatum are a safe play next game, but I wouldn't really touch any Celtics unless it's Porzingis.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm in complete agreement with that. Okay. Bubs, quick shout out where your Twitter, House of Stims, anything you want to shout out before we head out of here?
I think I have my Twitter handle in my little camera square. So Bubs Bets on Twitter, House of Stims. I try and drop free plays here and there, but since I'm such a ladder better, it's hard for me to give out players if the Discord nukes them. So I just try and give out I guess some parlays and some free game here and there. But as always, appreciate you having me on. And playoffs is the best time of the year to bet, in my opinion, if you know basketball. So I really enjoy this.
It's fun. It's fun for sure. I will say I'm not having as much success as I was in the regular season.
The variance is so high in playoffs.
Yeah, it's just fun to break the shit down and go in depth about it. You can't do this. You can't talk the game during the regular season, really. I mean, you can for some games, but I think this is just fun. So it's just a lot more than looking at hit rates and how many points per minute and how many minutes you expect them to play. So
right.
Yeah,
I will say though, because I saw your tweet about it yesterday and I commented on it. I will be taking Jokic tomorrow because if he doesn't score the ball, they don't stand a chance. No. Like you said, make the right play. So I guess that's a play I can give out. I will 110% be taking Jokic tomorrow because he needs to score.
He does. It's ridiculous. Jokic was actually just frustrating me. It was like Jokic. I get you're trying to be a good teammate, but your teammates suck, and you're playing this to win the game. And dude, you're passing up these contested post hooks that are literally a 70% shot for you, for Russell Westbrook threes and Aaron Gordon.
Dude, I would rather have Jokic take 15 threes than Westbrook or Gordon take 3 open ones each.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Jokic
And I
just got
had his
picked.
points yesterday too, so it pissed me off even more.
Yeah, I laid like minus 175 on Jokic to lead the series in points per game, and I don't think he's even doing that right now. And I just need like that 50 bomb from Jokic. If Jokic can like just have like a lights out Jokic game, I'd feel pretty good about it. And I think he has it in him.
I'm going to keep taking it. I don't care if the Discord gets pissed off at me. I'm going to keep taking it if they keep setting it at 26.5.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, well, yeah, guys, I linked Bubs' Twitter in the description below. So if you guys just want to, do a little quick to find it, make sure to do that. Give him a follow. He knows his shit. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Best luck on your wagers tonight. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next time.